Welcome back to Andertons TV. I am joined by the wonderful Rabea and Danish Pete today. They've got their blindfolds on, and that's because we're doing a blindfold challenge to see if they can correctly guess whether they're playing a Squier Classic Vibe 60 Strat, a Fender Vintera 260 Strat, an American Vintage 60 Strat, or a Fender Custom Shop 60 Strat.
Oh my God.
Now, I am going to mix up how they are behind me because they did see where they went on the stands, and obviously I'm just going to see. I don't want them to have
remember that at all.
Well, I did. I get
can't
that.
Remember it.
But it's better, isn't it? I think if we
Can I
just
ask
mix
a
these
question?
up a bit. Yes.
What's the Vintera 2 then? You said
Fender,
classic vibe. You said
yeah. So Fender have this good, better, best vibe through the range. They would normally go right in if you want a vintage spec guitar.
Yeah.
Good would be classic vibe. Better would be Vintera. So classic vibe will come out of the Far East.
Squier,
Vintera comes out of Mexico.
Yeah.
But it's still a. Actually, I'm not going to tell you any of the specs. I might have you guess.
Classic vibe Squier.
Yeah, Squier Classic Vibe. Vintera would be
Mexican
the
Fender.
better version. American Vintage would be the sort of the best version,
Corona,
and I suppose Custom Shop sits as the very best.
Yeah.
If you're into a more of a contemporary style guitar, you might do Squier Contemporary, Fender Player, American Pro.
But these are all 60s
Ultra.
era.
Yeah,
So these all lacquered necks and that kind of.
The best era for Strats for me personally.
You like it, do you?
I like 60 Strats.
I like 60 Strats and I cannot lie. Anyway,
Hey, but it says underneath this, in here, it says please like and subscribe. Inside, if you win, you can win a climate when we hit 1 million
Flick the bell.
subscribers.
indeed.
Flick the bell.
So,
Graham Alexander.
we've got a tuner on the floor, an Origin FX Halcyon Blue to add a little bit of grip. We've got a golden reverberator from UA to add some reverb, and we're plugged into this beautiful Tone King amplifier, which we don't use enough, the Royalist Mark III.
Beautiful.
Great amplifier.
And we're going to start with a random guitar. I think I might start with this one.
Rabea starts.
I'm going to, fine, I'll plug in Rabea.
I don't want to start.
If you would like to play along, by the way, I've probably spoilt it with the first guitar because you can see it, but just look away. Put your own virtual blindfold on. See if you can tell the difference. Right, in it comes Mr. Rabea.
What can we charge? And we're just, are we going,
Anything you like.
Because they're all essentially the same. Hey, that sounds like a Strat.
The only thing I'm going to restrict you from playing with, I'm not 1,000,000% sure that the second tone pot is necessarily wired consistently
Just
on
keep
all
them
four
up,
of
yeah.
these. So you can
Everything
play
full
with, play with the volume by all means, play with the pickup selector, but just leave the tones on 10.
Can you make the decay and the reverb?
Look at that, I see
Rabea.
Rabea, he's cheeky, he's going, I'll just see if the scratch plate's a bit different. Cheeky.
Could you make the reverb a bit more and a bit longer than the decay? Just I feel like
You want more
sing
John
it.
Mayer?
I want more Mayer.
Can I have like a bit of gain? Oh man.
It's so good to have you back a bit.
Why do you like the 60s Strat the best?
Because I find that, although one of my favourite ones is my Custom Shop 55 because of the size of the neck, what I like about the 60s is the sound of them.
The sort of slightly faster sound than the...
Yeah,
than
and the scooped thing on position 4. I mean, how am I even gonna...
What is it? Okay, does this feel like a £400 guitar or a £4,000 guitar or anything in between? What does it feel like to you?
It feels like a woman.
Blindfold challenges are so good because it's no matter what you think of yourself as a guitar player, I guarantee 80% of every buying decision you ever make on the guitar is made with your eyes.
Yeah, maybe even more.
I guarantee
I feel
it.
like I don't think this is the custom shop.
Why?
Write this down.
I mean, that's not. I'm not playing, but
There's something about the neck, and maybe I'm completely wrong, but I just I'm not sure. I feel like it's a mid-range Strat. I feel like it's a good for your money Strat.
Aren't they all though?
Because it sounds great. Like pickups are really nice.
Well, look, okay. I appreciate it's the first guitars. You've got nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
But just as a complete stab in the dark, are you going, cheapest, second cheapest, next one, dearest? I know you've got nothing to compare.
Can I make this guess after I try the next one?
Okay. Go on, give it back. Let's give it to Pete now and let's see what Pete's reaction is.
Oh.
There you are, sir.
Oh, thank you.
I'll turn the drive off. You're back to just your normal clean tone.
Man, it's so difficult, isn't it? It's a nice guitar. Play this.
Ready again?
Yes, please.
There you go. Talk me through it, Mr. Pete.
It's so difficult to say what it is, man.
I feel like we need to compare it against.
Yeah, I think I need to compare it. I like the way it plays.
Yeah.
It plays really nicely. The tone, the pickup sounds good. They're very Strat-like, but really clear.
Yeah.
They got a really clear sort of tone on
Do you know,
them.
I think the setup we've got, this
Yeah.
Halcyon Blue overdrive, just does that beautiful edge of breakup tone without making it
Such
muddy.
a great pedal.
Can I just say on behalf of myself and everybody watching, the one thing that you guys don't need your eyes for is playing good guitar. it is.
But
Yes, you are both excellent.
It's funny
despite
because
the fact
somebody
you
asked
can't
about
see.
that. How do you feel about that, Rabea, when you play with Blindfold? I feel like once you settle in and you know where sort of the E chord is and how long the neck is, it's all sort of normal, right? It's just natural.
Pretty much.
It's just there. You don't really, because you've played for so long that it's kind of just there.
Yeah, I mean, it
weird
takes
thing.
an adjustment period because you lose one of your senses, but overall, it kind of feels all right.
Come on
So
in.
anyway, so I feel like it's got some rolled-ish board.
Yeah, it didn't feel custom shop rolled.
It doesn't feel. I think the custom shop is not rolled like this, but I might be wrong. And it feels like there's lacquer on the side, on the top of it.
Yeah.
Where I feel like maybe the custom shop with the rosewood board will not have the lacquer on it. But I mean, everybody's probably laughing at me right now because it is the custom shop.
Yeah, I didn't want to say.
Well, look, I don't know if you're influencing each other, but are you sort of saying you don't think it's the custom shop one either?
I don't think it's a custom shop either now yet, but I might change my mind. I feel like it's a 60s R slim neck. I mean, it could be.
I just said
Vintera or Squire. I don't know.
Mid-range.
Or maybe the Pro.
Let's
But
try
not
the
the
next.
custom shop.
Let's try the next one so that we have
Yeah.
something to compare against.
But it was
Okay.
quite rolled board, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was feeling the frets were.
Rabea first again?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Heavier, lighter?
Lighter.
Right, okay.
Have you got the gain on still?
I do, sorry, well
No, it's
spotted.
fine. I could hear the hiss. Does that sound brighter?
Yeah. I feel like the pickups are not quite as like, they feel a little bit choked.
Yeah.
A tiny bit weaker almost. No,
Yeah.
It's not as pokey as the other one. Can I have a bit again?
Yeah.
Ray gun.
Oh. It feels good though.
Are we handing over to Pete, or do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
Okay,
the
cool.
Pickups. Wait, one sec.
Correct.
The pickups don't feel as like.
Here you go, Pete.
Oh,
You've still got the tuner on, so. All right, okay, well that's fine. I mean, are you gonna make that one more expensive or less expensive than the first one, do you think?
Oh man, I want to say, and I need to fully commit, but what I feel like I want to say is that that one is like the Mexican one. Maybe the one before was the American one.
Yeah,
and
that's what I was just
the
thinking that.
Mexican one.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, because the American one was heavier, which doesn't always mean more expensive. In fact, it probably means the opposite most of the time. Yeah, I feel like for now I'm going to say the first one was the American one and that one's the Mexican one. The reason is because maybe the pickups are more expensive in the American one, so like better quality.
So we're thinking you've gone from number one being American,
Yeah.
number two being Mexican is your current kind of thought. Right, Mr. Pete, I'm taking the tuner off.
Okay. Wow. It almost sounds more like a Strat than a Strat does. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's got a... You know that's...
They feel weaker to me.
Sorry.
Though. They feel weaker to me though.
Yeah, a bit of gain, please.
Bit of game.
I think this is the Squire.
Yeah. It's either the Mexican or the Squire for me.
It's
I love
just-
this is the most profound thing. It sounds more like a Strat than a Strat, is what you said before.
Yeah,
which
and then
which
it's
is like
quite-
it's the most amazing thing
But,
ever.
but this is what I got with those classic vibe ones. They're almost like... They're
The
so
pickups
good.
are spiky though.
They're spiky. And it's almost like... That's interesting because when you roll down the volume, I know it's out of tune, but when you roll down the volume, it keeps the. It's almost like the treble bleed in here. So here. I don't know.
Right, I'm going to ask you the same question, Pete.
Yeah.
Number 1 was, and number 2 is, at this stage, go.
Number 1 probably, yeah, I would tend to say the American one. Number 2 is probably, I think it might be the Squier, but I'm not sure.
Well, at least it's a different answer to Rabea, so that's good. Right.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that's the Squier.
Oh, you're changing your tune now, are you?
I've got a feeling it might be the Mexican, the
We can't
Vintero.
backtrack our guesses because that makes it unfun. So you've said Squier, I've said Mexican.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We can always swap that over.
I feel like that's cheating though.
Okay, are you ready for guitar number 3?
Yeah.
I do love these videos because it just gets to the whole new. People should come in the shop and they should put on a blindfold, shouldn't they?
So,
That's what I
but
think.
you know the thing with this is sometimes it's never like the actual feel of the guitar. It could be the fact the tuners don't stay in tune or the bridge is cheap and.
There you go, sir. Bosh! Okay, guitar number 3, tuner off, take it away.
You got a gain off?
Yep.
Nice.
Jokes.
Oh, I was going to say, where are we
Anyway,
going
white
here?
ball. Does this sound less than a Strat than the other one did, right? Oh, that's just me.
I genuinely have a feeling this is the custom shop though. Could I have the gain?
Controversial.
Sorry. Is that to the
Could
top
you
of your E?
sharpen the B string,
B.
please? Thank you. But you know, like, I do know what you mean that it's not quite as stratty as the other ones. Yeah, it's.
Does it? I mean, we've talked a lot about
I'm going to say
the
that
tonality. What about the
pickup
feel
switch,
of it?
The pickup switch feels good quality.
Right.
Ah, so
I
spotting
didn't
the
even think
hardware
about
there,
that.
I see.
It just feels nice and, you know, not stiff, and the pots feel nice. Like the volume pot, that is. I could be completely out of whack here, but I've got a feeling this is the custom shop.
Oof.
Okay.
The neck's ever so slightly chunkier too. Pass it to Pete, see what he thinks.
I'm doing it. There you are, Mr. Pete. Let me just scribble down that last comment from Rabea. Neck.
Oh yes, I
neck.
feel that immediately.
Yeah.
Slightly chunk. What does that mean? Does that make it more at the Squier end or at the custom shop end or?
No, that's more the custom
Yeah,
shop. And
that's what I was
this,
thinking.
it's got. I think you're right. Yeah, some gain plays.
Some gain. Tremendous
What do you
playing.
reckon?
I think it's the custom shop.
Yeah,
There's
about
something
it.
about the neck
Yeah.
also that I know it's a lacquered neck, but it's got this sort of
nitro-y thing.
It's
going
got
on.
this sort of different feeling that is, it's not as slippery as the other ones. And you're right, the neck is slightly bigger.
Do the pickup switch feel like good quality too?
Oh, oof, ha. Yeah.
And the pickups aren't spiky.
They're much more rounded on all accounts on it.
Good, right.
I like this.
Can
This
I,
is
before
great.
I take
It's
this
nice
back
guitar.
from you, Rabea, you are currently saying that one is American, two is Mexican. What are you going to say number three is, or are you changing that now?
I thought that one was Mexican, two was... No,
No, you
yeah, one was Mexican, two was... Is that what I said?
You said one was
100%. One
Did
was
I?
American,
Two was Mexican.
two
you
was
said.
Mexican.
Yeah.
I've written it down from before. So do you want,
yeah.
and what do you think? Do you want to stay with that? And what do you think number three is?
I think that was the custom shop.
Yeah. I got the same.
I just, there's something, maybe I'm completely wrong, but
No,
it feels
'cause-
like that could be
And
the
Pete,
custom shop.
are you
I agree.
see-
I tell you, it's got the feeling of. It's funny because it reminds me a little bit of John Mayer's signature, where it's a chunkier neck.
Yeah.
So it's more like a 62 than like say it's mid 64. So it's a little bit. It's 60s.
Yeah.
But the 60s changed a little bit. Also feels like it's slightly wider, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's because the neck here.
So it's slightly
here is
darker, but a little bit brighter.
It's-
Slightly thicker, but maybe a little bit shallower.
Just like me, yeah.
Slightly more rounded with a spiky edge.
Yeah.
Heavy, but in a light way. I've got it.
Yeah.
Come on, you're going. You said
Yeah.
last time. You said American was the first one. Squire was the second one. Are you changing your mind? And what
No,
are you making this one?
This is the custom shop.
Okay.
But I might change my mind after this.
Well,
last
this is
one.
it. You got
I really
your
hope.
final guitar coming up now, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'm hoping this is the Mexican one coming up, and you're hoping it's a Squire.
Yeah, that would, yeah.
I mean, I think one thing we agree on is that one is the custom shop.
Yeah,
the
I
other
think
three
so.
are really difficult.
I really hope I know my custom shops, because I always talk about how they just feel a league apart from all the other stuff.
Incoming.
Thank you.
Right. No gain. Tuner off.
Same thing again with the pickups. They're like a little more sort of choked out.
Which means it might be the American one.
Yeah.
What does that mean, choked out? 'Cause I know what you mean when you say string chokes, but when you're talking about,
I just mean like they feel
compressed.
they feel a bit anemic, like they haven't got quite enough. They're not giving back enough. Like the guitar before, although the top end was rolled out more, it was like you could, when you pushed into the string, you felt like it provided what you were expecting to hear. This one feels like just a bit like when you do it. Like I feel like I need a compressor more on this one. And the pickups are spikier, but oh man, could I have some gain?
Yeah. What was that song you would? It's about like 30 seconds ago. Yeah. Is that stereophonics?
I think so.
I think it's stereophonics.
Oh man. This one's kind of stumped me a touch. I don't think it's the custom shop. I feel like... Well, I've already committed to all my other choices, so it has to be the Squire, doesn't it?
You can swap it around.
Can I?
Yeah.
Doesn't that defeat the object of the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's entirely... let's just let...
Doesn't that defeat the object of the game?
Well, look, if that's how you feel, so if your final...
For me, it's either the Squire or the Mexican. That's how it feels.
So you said... number one was American, so we're sticking with that.
Yeah.
You said number 2 was Mexican, so you're potentially now, you want to stay with that or you want to change that one?
It's too close to the Mexican, so it kind of... I think I'm just gonna stick with it. I think that's the Squire. Yep.
So you think number 2 is the Squire?
No.
Oh, sorry.
Number 4.
So 3 you thought was custom.
As long as I get
the
custom shop, I don't care about the rest.
No worries at all. Right, Mr. Pete, let me turn the tuner off.
It's more of that Stratty sound again. This is rolled again. The board is more rolled. That's a bit weak, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, bit of game, please. I think you're right. This might be the Squire, actually.
One thing that is worth saying is that all of these guitars have played really well.
They have played nice, haven't they?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, your round 3, Pete, you had American first, then Squire, then custom shop. Are you sticking with that?
Can I try number 2 again?
Oh, of course you can.
Controversial.
So number 2, which is the one that you
I didn't know we were allowed to retry.
You can retry if you want. So
do you mind?
Oh, well, since it's number 2 and we're talking about the Mexican or the Squire, then I think that's good.
Because we both kind of in that.
This was number 2, right? Yeah, number 2. Okay, well, look, here you go then. Do you need it plugged in or are you just going to play it? Okay. So here is number 2 versus number 4, and then we'll do the same for you.
Oh, God.
Tuner off.
Oh, wow, that's so much more. So much more stratty, which sounds weird. You know what I mean?
I still think I don't need to try it. I still think that that's the Mexican one.
Okay.
I think I have to change my mind again. I'm the same, man. I think this is the Mexican.
All right.
And the other one is the Squire.
So you both want to.
We're both the same.
So you're both ending up. That's boring, isn't it? Okay. So you're both saying the first one was American.
Yeah.
The second one was Mexican.
Yeah.
In other words, that's the one you're playing now, Mr. Pete.
Yeah.
The third one was custom, meaning that the fourth one has to be the Squire.
Yes.
Fudge.
May I put it back, Mr. Pete?
Shall I change my mind back again, or?
I think you don't have to. So,
can we unsheath?
You can unsheath. And if you've been blindfolding yourself at home or turn your monitor off, you can rejoin us.
That hurts the eyes so bad.
Guitar number one. Basically, Rabea, you said, I don't think this is the custom shop one. Something about the neck. Feels like a mid-range guitar. Sounds great. Pete, you said it's very difficult to say. Not sure what it is. Plays nice. Pickups sound very clear. Rolled edges. And I don't think it's the custom shop either. And I pushed you to kind of commit on that. And obviously it was the first one, so it was tough. But you both thought that that one was this guitar.
Oh, no.
Which is the American Vintage 2. Which is a nitrocellulose finish guitar. So nobody talked anything about feeling a difference.
I didn't know we were allowed to feel them like that.
You've been playing it.
No, the neck, but not the body.
The neck is nitro finish as well. So, and obviously I was very surprised, given how much hatred there is for it on the internet. I was very surprised that neither of you spotted the one guitar with the Laurel fretboard. I mean, God, obviously that's so obvious to spot. Not. But yeah, so you both thought this was this guitar, which is basically a nitro finish guitar with 61 Strat pickups in it, vintage 61 Strat pickups, C-shaped neck profile. There we go, based on a 1961 Strat. So,
did we get it right?
No.
You did.
Yeah, we did.
That was that one. That was that one.
Nice.
Number two.
Oh, this is what the debate was.
Yeah, number two, you said pickups feel a bit, this is Rabea, you said if pickups feel a bit choked, a bit weaker. Feels good though. Pretty sure it's the Mexican one. Then you went, Pete, you said, sounds more like a Strat than a Strat. That's my favourite quote of the day. I think this is the Squire. It's a bit spiky. It almost sounds like there's a treble bleed in the circuit. So at this stage, Pete, you're going, it's Squire. Rabea, you're going, it's Mexican. Pete then changed his mind later to go, no, I think that was the Mexican as well. It was, in fact, the Squire.
Oh!
I knew it, man. I knew it. There's something about it's. This is when I say it sounds more Strat than a Strat. That's what I always get when I play a Squire.
Are you annoyed you changed your mind?
Yeah. I'm annoyed now because that's exactly my. Every time I play a Squire, Stratocaster, not a Telly, it sounds more like a Strat than it sounds like the Strat in your head, in your mind.
They've overdone it. Like almost.
It sounds too much like a Strat.
Yeah.
Knew it. Excuse me for my French.
So. Guitar number three, the first words out of your mouth, Rabea, was I genuinely think this is the custom shop Strat. It's not as Stratty. The pickup switch feels good and the knobs feel nice, the pots feel nice.
Love a good knob.
The neck is slightly chunkier, so you thought that was the custom shop. Pete, you went, I think Rabea's right. Something about it, I can't even read my own writing now, basically agreeing about the neck.
Yeah.
You got a different feel. It's not as slippery. So
you
did start to sort of feel that there might have been a different, and we're talking about the lacquer on the back, right? And you said it's got more rounded pickups. You both said it was the custom shop one. So let's see. Was it indeed the custom shop one, or was it in fact the Mexican one? And that would be controversial, wouldn't it?
But no.
It was the custom shop one, yes. So you both got that right. What a beautiful guitar. I must admit, when I handed this to you, I did think to myself, that has got a chunkier neck, particularly as you go up probably more towards the 12th fret.
You listen to this, right? So this is what I was saying.
But that's got a nitro finish as well.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Hear that sound?
It sounds like a parakeet.
Yeah, that's been squashed. This doesn't do it.
Does this do it?
Yeah, it's different. It's a different.
This is science. This is science.
I mean, it's here.
This one doesn't do it.
Wow.
It's got a little bit of it, but because we've been playing it and it's now warm. But I think there's something with the nitro neck.
Well, that means that then I was wrong and the Mexican was the last one.
Feel the stickiness on this neck. It's a very simple neck, but I think maybe the custom shop, they applied differently.
Look, we chose a Closet Classic finish custom shop as well because it doesn't have any of the lacquer worn off of the neck in the way a Relic would do. So, yeah, looks fair enough. And then finally, obviously, this is the one we now know. This is the Vintera. You both, certainly Rabea said it's the pickups sound choked out. That you would like the pickups to give you a bit more. It felt spikier, and you didn't think it was the custom shop. And then you ultimately said, I think that's the Squire. And then Pete, you went, it's more stratty again. You felt the rolled fingerboards. You suggested the pickups sounded weaker. And again, you shouldn't have changed your mind.
No,
you were on the edge, but yeah, you eventually said that's the Squire, which it isn't.
With the Squire is that it sounds more. All the other three sounds more like, where the Squire sounds more stratty than the Strat, right?
Like
it's much more spike. It's all exaggerated. I knew it.
3-all.
Well, I think that's, there you go. Just goes to show, Classic Vibe is just such a standout guitar for the money.
I tell you
but
what.
it's nice, you'd hope that, I don't know what this Strat is, it's got to be 4,000 plus, isn't it? Something like that. You'd hope that this is the nicest one.
I am glad that I guessed the custom shop was
and,
right.
Let's not forget, the American Vintage is always popular because it's the most affordable guitar with the nitro finish. So, and that's a beautiful looking guitar.
It is a great looking guitar.
I suppose that's going to be, that'll change from one to the next depending on luck of the draw with the wood, won't it? But there we are.
You can never go wrong with a Squire.
But like I said, they all play really well. That's great.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. It's always a pleasure to do these blindfold shootouts with you. Thank you for joining us. Please like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. And we shall see you in another video soon. Au revoir.